Hello there, welcome back to Century's Life. So today I'm going to talk about a perfume called Liquid Brun. Uh, well, I haven't actually used this one in a long time. The last time I even wore this was probably last year. I think last winters. Definitely not this year. So this is a request from one of my viewers. So let's quickly see the notes. So the top notes they have cinnamon, orange blossom, cardamom, and bergamot. And middle they have bourbon vanilla and elemi. At the base notes they have praline, ambroxan, guaiac wood, and musk. I remember one thing about this though, but let me just spray it again just to refresh jog my memory. Yes, yes, that's right. Yeah, you definitely get that hit of orange blossom for sure. There's barely any bergamot in there, almost none. It's more of a orange blossom with a tiny hint of cinnamon. Cardamom, yes, yes, can slightly perceive some cardamom in there. But the middle note, the bourbon vanilla, even though it's middle note, I think you can just feel it straight away. Straight away, I can just feel the bourbon vanilla. The base note is like ambroxan and the praline. They come through later. Like you can still smell them, but they do come through later. But there is something I want to say about this perfume, which is so imagine like some perfumes when you spray them, they tend to like to stick very close to the skin. Like if you just spray a perfume here, for example, they tend to like maybe be around here, like a very thickness. Imagine they have a lot of gravity. Just imagine something like that. They are like on the surface, right? Even they have like even if they are very volatile or like very light or even if they are very heavy, depending on how your nose perceive it. For example, like Nishane Ani, which I think is like a very heavy kind of scent, but it likes to stick very close to the skin, is in my opinion. But this one though, this one, when sprayed on your hand, like some on your body anywhere, rather than sticking close to the skin, it always like it's up in the air. It's like it creates this bubble around you. This is something I felt. I'm particularly telling you this because there are only two scents that made me feel this way. One is Liquid Brun, another one is Versace Porum. Right? So, uh, despite a various spray, it feels like this is creating some kind of bubble around you, like some airy bubble. It's a decent scent though. I remember because it's been like more than a few months, right? The scent profile changed a tiny bit, but the bubble is still there. It's the same. And I have to say something. You might. I'm not saying this, but you might feel like there might be a hint of grandma's knee medicine in this. I don't know, like maybe you might not feel it, but it's just something, just a feeling I get. It just feels like some grandma's knee medicine at times. Sometimes it feels like that. And when would I wear it? Definitely not in summers, not at the moment. A winter scent for sure. But if I were to spray this one in summers, hmm, I'd maybe stick to like one or two sprays max. And maybe if I really have to, I'll probably do it in the evening, when it's like it's cooled down a bit, when it's not too hot, maybe around when it's like less than 30, at least, or maybe when you're in home, or you're in an AC environment, and that's okay too. But spraying this in the sun, it's just not a good idea because even in the winters it gave me this bubble around me, and summers it's gonna be like even more. It's just gonna be like super projecting, and I don't think as much as it sounds, like very appealing when I say a scent is very so projecting, it not might be the case in summers. Summers, you just get irritated very quickly, and if it's not a refreshing scent, it might it might feel off. So that is that. So how much would I rate it? I would rate it a 7 out of 10. It's a decent scent, but yeah, because there's this tiny hint of this grandma's medicine. Besides that, I think it's a decent scent, and it lasts for a long time. If in the winters at least, it will probably last you almost like whole day. At the very least, from morning to evening, it will last. And in the summers, I'm not sure. I'm not too sure to be honest. Yeah, would I recommend it? I would recommend you to get a sample, test it out, and if you like it, go for it. But not in summers though. There's like much better scents that you can look into uh, if you want to get a scent for summers. But if you just want to something that you want to sniff and feel good, yeah, sure, get it. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Cheers.